there's all these characters and all these different worlds that it's quite restricting just to have just the main show, which I guess is quite true because when he was in charge, we had Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures. Yeah.
Obviously, there have been a lot of spin-offs throughout the years. Obviously, kind of Sarah Jane and Torchwood are kind of the most successful ones. I know. Did Stephen Moffat create Class?
I honestly couldn't say. I don't know who created Class.
Class was definitely during his run. So
it was, but I don't know how much involvement he had with it. But then again, that didn't really work.
With the Chibnall era, there are no spin-offs of any kind.
No, it'll be fun. I know there's been a few cancelled spin-offs, so it would be cool to sort of have a look into shows that actually never even made it to air.
Yeah, because just when he says something like MCU scale, obviously the MCU is more than just kind of like a handful. It's not just kind of Iron Man, Captain America, and say Thor. There's like so many different branching shows. And is that what Russell has in mind? Does Russell want just like a whole TV network's worth of Doctor Who programming?
I'm not sure. Maybe he used just like the example I always go to is Jenny. Like how cool it would be to see Jenny again. And for her to have her own adventures. And then so you could have Jenny, Torchwood, you could have catch up with with Sarah Jane's friends, Luke, Clyde, Rani. And then I guess I remember at one point if you really wanted, you could then bring back classic Doctors and give them their own adventures as well.
I was about to say, I remember at one point, I think kind of around either An Adventure in Space and Time or Twice Upon a Time, or maybe both, people were saying they'd quite like David Bradley to be in a series just playing the First Doctor and a bunch of First Doctor adventures.
That'd be great. Yeah, especially when you look at the Eighth Doctor as well. Give him like a limited run series, like a mini series.
Although, of course, I guess there's always the argument that if you want that kind of expanded universe, that's what Big Finish is for. Because kind of everything we've just said, you can definitely find and more with Big Finish audio dramas.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. But I think one reason we probably won't see something like that is just BBC budget probably won't allow it.
Yeah, I feel like unless Doctor Who maybe got back to the heights that it was at during the Tennant era, I don't think the BBC would even consider doing anything like that anytime soon.
Yeah. I've got a quote here from Russell. He says, there should be a Doctor Who channel now. You look at all these Disney announcements and all these Star Wars and Marvel shows, and you think we should be sitting around here, the return of Donna Noble, and you should have the 10th and 11th Doctor together in a 10-part series. Genuinely. Those examples are rubbish, but I think I know what he means.
Are those the examples that Russell gave?
Yeah, the return of Donna Noble.
They're quite pie in the sky.
It's a comedy. It's just her walking around London, just missing everything.
Wait, are these Russell's ideas or just like people online?
That's Russell. That's a quote from Russell.
Really? Huh.